Hello, Console Gaffer here, and in today's episode, we're just going to have a quick overview of some of the players that I've come across since playing Football Manager in the past few months, and I've signed some of these players, and just going to give them a quick recommendation of that you can pick some of these players up and add them into your squad as they turn into real superstars in the game. First one here we've got is Kasper Urabanski, Polish international. He's 20 years old. He's already got 11 caps for Poland. £2.8 million he is worth. And with a scouting report, you can get him apparently at 20 years old, anywhere between 325k and 5.25 million. In the save that I got him, he had a £3.3 million release clause. Since the new update, there is no release clause in that for Kasper Urabanski. But he is a very good player in the midfield. He can play central, he can play defensive, he can play in the attacking midfield role as well. And if you just quickly look at his stats here, technique has got 15, passing at 14, long shots 13, first touch 14, dribbling 14, all at 20 years old. So you know if you do play him, he will become an absolute beast. Decent enough aggression, bravery, composure, flair, off the ball, vision and teamwork is all good. Needs a wee bit of improvement on his work rate, but again, that will come as he goes on. Acceleration, he's not as quick as probably what he should be. Acceleration wise, he's got 11, good agility, good stamina, and natural fitness is very good. He is right footed with a left foot reasonable. So Kasper Urabanski, currently with Lega, can pick him up at 20 years old for a good price. Next one for me is a winger, Brian Gonzalez, Mexican, again, international player. He's only 22 years old. I've currently got him on my Celtic save. Very good player in my Celtic save. Signed him, I think, for £7.5 million. But yeah, 2 Mexican caps already, and he's doing the trick. As you can see, pace-wise, for a left winger, 14 and 14. He's got good stamina and good strength. He is 22 years old, so he's not a youngster. He can come straight into your team and do very, very well. He's got some good finishing, good dribbling and crossing, and again, technique is 15, very, very good with some good passing. His mental stats are also very, very good, and a little bit of training will help his flair as well. But what you want is decision making for a winger, when to know when to do that pass. And to be fair, Brian Gonzalez has got that. So Brian Gonzalez, left winger, should be a no-brainer, to be fair. £3.5 million. No clauses in his contract currently since the recent update, but he would be one that I would be keeping an eye on if you're needing a left winger in game. Next one I have got here is Badi Aluko. So he's currently at Leicester City, and he is pretty expensive at the moment as an 18-year-old hot prospect, £17.5 million. He can play anywhere up the right, although obviously the deeper he is, he's better right back, right wing back. He can also play central defence and also left back. Currently, you can see he is 18 years old, but he is wanted by the likes of Aston Villa already in game from Leicester. He's got a lot of improvement he can give, and just speaking through experience, Badi Aluko is an absolute superstar. He does turn into a superstar. Maybe at the moment the price is not right, but scouting report is saying 14 to 20 million pounds. You could get him and loan him out for a few seasons until he's ready to come into the first team. But Badi Aluko, stat-wise, might not really fill you with much joy at the moment. But he's 6 foot, 18 years old, stamina, pace, agility, natural fitness is good. He does turn out to be a superstar in game. I would recommend, if you've got a spare £17.5 million lying around, Badi Aluko could be your wing back for years and years and years to come, if you've got the patience to develop him. Next one I have on the list is a winger. He can play left, he can play right, he can also play as a kind of false nine or a channel forward up in there as well, or just off the front man, but he is better out on the wingers. So currently he is not a Norwegian international. He plays with Hamburg in Germany. He's 18 years old, Alexander Rusing Lelisit. He's a very, very talented young lad, and again, another one that you could pick up pretty early in game. £4.9 million, and with a scout report at the moment, 3.2 to 5.75, you could possibly get him for. Then maybe even loan him back out if you wish. But if you look at his physicals, good acceleration already, good pace, strength, you can boost that up a wee bit with a bit of one-on-one training. His aggression is good for a winger, which means you will go that wee bit in. You'll go in for, he's got that little bit of devilment about him. Bravery's 13, determination 17, flair 16, good enough teamwork, work rate 11, which is actually not too bad for a winger at 18 years old. Technique is at 13. Passing at the moment is only 10, but he is only 18 years old. Again, I would go for him pretty early on, and you could even loan him out with that fee of £4.9 million. He does go on to be a Norway international and a decent enough player. Another one here on the go is Krislan Matsima, 23-year-old French player for FC Augsburg in Germany. Again, before the update, he had a release clause of, I think it was 5 point something million. Currently, he does not have that in the new update, going with his contract at the moment, and he has had a little bit of an update because he's up to £19 million. Very, very, very good central defender. He is 6'4", good pace of 16, good acceleration to couple with that, very good strength, natural fitness of 14, and a jump and reach of 16. Very, very good central defender. Mental stats are very good, only his flair and his off the ball is below 10. The rest are upward, 11 and upward, which is great. Good enough composure at the back for a 12 rating. Bravery's 15, anticipation 15. Good teamwork, good positioning, which you need in a centre back, so he's not going to go drifting all over the place. Technique wise, 12, good technique, good marking and good heading, and a decent enough first touch for a central defender who can play right back as well. He's solid enough at right back, but for central defender for £19 million at the moment, he's 23 years old. He's already at a good age. You can see with his career, he's already played, got some good games under his belt in the first team, and yeah, I would recommend you having a look at Krislan Matsima for your new central defender. Striker wise, in game, now I've got experience with this player as well. I've had him for one season, and he mostly ends up at some good big clubs. As you can already see, he's already got a transfer arranged to go to Chelsea next summer, so you may have to be patient. You may get him next season on loan or the season after for a reduced fee. But the Dutchman, he's 22 years old, Emmanuel Amenga, very, very good striker. Again, 6'5", moves into channels, runs with ball often. He's got good finishing. His composure's only 10 at the moment, but with more game time, that comes up, and he really does turn into an absolute beast of a striker. As I think he scored, I had him in my career in one save, and I think he scored something like 50 odd goals in 40 odd games, which was a tremendous return for Emmanuel Amenga. Good strength, good pace, very good acceleration. 16 and 16 with stamina 15, strength 14. Really, for 6'5", he's very mobile. I would really suggest you take a look at him. £23 million, granted at the moment. He is going to Chelsea for that price. But if you look at his career, his early career so far, he does get goals, and he does continue to get goals as the Football Manager seasons go in. So Emmanuel Amenga, one again to look out for if you're looking for a decent enough striker with a decent enough pedigree. He does turn into a Dutch international, banging in goals left, right and centre. Another player that I have had experience with, Marcel Ruiz, central midfielder, Mexican, again, international with 8 caps currently, £6.8 million he's worth at the moment. You can pick him up for a reasonably good fee. Again, if you look at this man's stats, you'll see that he is a good, talented player that can come into most midfields and do a job. Technique 15, passing 16. Technique 16, passing 16, with a first touch of 13, crossing 15, finishing's 13. He's got great composure. Again, if you look at these mental attributes, absolutely fantastic. Off the ball, 16, work rate 15. Really, he's got everything you need in a modern day midfield player. Acceleration's good, his natural fitness is good, his pace is good, and his stamina is good for a midfield player. You'll get up and down the park. Again, strength-wise, as long as he's not going to be your ball-winning midfield player, you'll be fine. He's one of those players that you can. It's got a little bit. Obviously, he has got that flair and technical ability to create passes, score some goals, and he also is a Mexican international. £6.8 million. You'd probably pick him up between £4.5 to maybe £8.5 million. He's 24 years old, so again, not a wonder kid. He's already a well-rounded player. Marcel Ruiz, good player, and I would recommend you have a look at Marcel Ruiz again if you just want to beef up your midfield for a little bit of creativity in there. And lastly on the list for me here is Felix Lemiraschal. Before the update, he was at Strasbourg, and I picked him up for, I think it was about £11 million. He's obviously made the move to Club Bruges for £5.5 million in game. He's really been a solid player again, midfield player for me, and as you can see, good stats yet again, and in game he's moved to Club Bruges in real life after the update. Very good player. He can attacking midfield player. Again, he's strong enough. He can play defensive midfield player. If you look at all the mentals, again, the only things that's letting him down is positioning and leadership. And again, he's 22 years old. He's got time on his side to develop the positioning. And leadership-wise, I'm sure with your team, you'll have plenty of leaders in the team, and he will gain that experience as he goes on. Physical attributes, acceleration of 13, pace of 13, natural fitness 12, strength of 12 with good stamina, again as a modern day midfield player, getting up and down the park. You've also got a very good technique of 14, passing 14, long shots 14, first touch of 14, finishing 11, but the composure of 13, so you know he's round about the mark to pick those passes, final shot. He's brave with 12, and really he's dribbling 14. So really, Felix Lemiraschal, obviously you're not going to pick him up in the first season because he has just moved on to Club Brugge, but maybe again one in the next season or so if he doesn't come good at Bruges or they look to sell him in the future. Another one to look at. And there are just some of the players that I have rather played with or come up against that I've noticed is very good in Football Manager for you to have a look at and try and sign. As always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.